Hi, welcome to another edition of Unity Through Community. I'm Mary O'Brien. I'm Director of Community Education for the Hastings Public Schools. So glad to be back here with you. Last time I was here, we were experiencing beautiful fall weather, and of course, we've made the turn to winter. A little bit early, but you know, it's inevitable, and I know a lot of people who are just so excited that the ski slopes are opening early and that they'll get a chance to get out there in the snow, maybe you know, sooner than they thought. So that's a good thing for people who love winter. Hello, welcome back. I'm happy for all of you, even though I'm not too happy for myself, but that's how it goes. We have a couple things coming up with Hastings Community Education that I wanted to just draw your attention to. We're filming this on November 13th, and that is National Community Education Day. Community education is kind of a unique little animal. Every state has community education, but it is offered in a variety of ways through a number of different organizations. Minnesota is about the only state that has community education as part of its public school system. So every school district, almost every school district in the state of Minnesota has community education as part of its K-12 programming. And we are really happy here in Hastings that we have great support from our K-12 system and from our school board and from our community members, and that's what makes community ed so strong. So today we're celebrating community education. It's been active in the state of Minnesota for over 40 years, which is pretty remarkable. We receive some funding through the state, and a lot of our programs are run through fees that you pay to come to a class. Our mission is to keep them low cost and high quality, and I think our coordinators who put together our programming for you do a tremendous job of that. So thank you for supporting community education here in Hastings. We also have coming up the very famous and very popular Turkey Bingo. That's a week from this upcoming Friday. So it's Friday, Friday, November 20th, Tilden Community Center. Bingo is from 6 to 8. The doors open at 5. It is free. And I want to thank a number of people in our community in our community ed community who really make that happen. So our bingo caller is the husband of our adult and youth enrichment coordinator, Zena Stefani. It's John Stefani, and he does a wonderful job of calling bingo for us. Zena's family and also our adult basic education coordinator family, our adult basic ed coordinator is Gabby Postiglione. Her family and Zena's family collect the prizes throughout the year. I don't know how they do it, but they come up with just amazing prizes. So there are prizes after every bingo game, and of course there are turkeys. So I think we usually have about 8 bingo games during the evening where turkeys are given away as the prize. It's an all-family event. We have had toddlers and come in with great-grandparents, and we just love seeing that intergenerational play at Tilden. We do ask that you register in advance so we have a sense of how many people are coming. So you can do that at www.hastingscommunityed.com, 651-480-7670. We also do, even though it's free, we also do ask for donations that evening, because the donations are used for our Invest in a Student Scholarship Fund. And what this does is it allows us to provide scholarships for our youth enrichment programs and also for some of our adult enrichment programs, which even though we try to do low cost classes, for some people the cost is prohibitive or difficult for their family budget. And so really we make it very simple. All you have to do is call the coordinator and request a scholarship, and if there's money in the scholarship fund, she'll be able to help you with at least some sort of fee assistance. So that evening, if when you come you want to drop $1 in the bucket toward our scholarship fund, that would be great. The other thing that we have coming up is something that we've done at Tilden for the last couple years and really has become very popular among the people who take programs at Tilden, and that's predominantly our 50 plus and senior center participants, and then our early childhood participants and their families. And we do a holiday stocking drive. So you will see, if you come over to Tilden starting next week, there will be empty stockings hanging on the wall, and people are encouraged to take them home, to decorate them, and if they want to stuff them, we have a list of items that can go in there. We take them over to the Lewis House, and we take them over to the Veterans Home. And last 2 years, we've done over 100. They get decorated beautifully. They get stuffed to the gills. And so if that's something you would like to do with your family, please stop by Tilden. All you have to do is stop and get a stocking and then bring it back. So it's really an easy thing to do. And again, we're at 310 River Street. The old Tilden Elementary, now we're Tilden Community Center, corner of 4th and River. So hopefully you will take advantage of that opportunity. And that kind of leads us into some of the great things that we do as a community ed department over the holidays. And one of our big players over the holidays is our Youth First Planning Council. And today my guest is Abby Beytien-Carlson.
Thank you.
Hello. Who is our Youth Development Coordinator. So tell me a little bit about youth development and what you do here in Hastings with our young people.
One of my roles in community education is we do hold a program at the high school called Youth First Planning Council,
Okay.
YFPC. We do collaborate this program with Hastings Park and Rec,
Okay.
Parks and Rec, and the local YMCA here. So with this program, we meet monthly for high school age, 9th through 12th. And it's a program where they volunteer to show up at these monthly meetings. We hold them at 7 o'clock in the morning.
And how many kids do you get to come at 7 o'clock in the morning?
We have the last 2 meetings that we've held, we've had about 85 kids.
Wow, that's amazing.
So yeah, we have dedicated students here in Hastings, and you know the main purpose of this is student-led. We do have class officers, YFPC officers that help bring issues or concerns or different service projects that we hold in Hastings, and we actually collaborate also with a lot of the local businesses in town.
Okay.
So I'll let we have some kids being introduced in a little bit here that are going to represent YFPC, but they're going to talk about a lot of the programs that we do offer for them. We do try to hold monthly initiatives and service projects monthly.
Okay.
So they do vary, but we do hold you know, the service projects, the big ones during the holidays, the coin drive. We help out with the turkey bingo.
Yeah.
We do some things at the nursing home. So anything that local businesses have or that feel the need, that need help with, you know, high school students that come in, you know, feel free to reach out to us. And, you know, we can get a hold of me at Tilden Community Center also.
Great.
So,
Great.
But these kids are just amazing, and it opens their eyes up to a whole, it's not just school, it's, you know, the community needs help too. And
Right.
it's, it makes a better person out of them. And they see the good that can be done within a community and the school. And we're just so happy that we have the support from Mike Johnson and the Hastings High School to run this club for these kids. And it really makes a better person, and it's a wonderful program, so I'm happy to be a part of it.
Well, we're really happy to have you too, and I know the kids really are happy to have you. And it is a great collaboration. So, you know, being able to involve Park and Rec and being able to involve the Y. And I think sometimes people are concerned in Hastings that there's nothing for kids to do, and that kids aren't involved. And I think just the fact you have 85 kids who are willing to get up once a month earlier than 7 o'clock to be here at 7 o'clock. And I know you entice them with donuts.
We do, yes. There are free donuts in this program. Like I said, it's welcome to anybody. Anybody can show up on these. You know, I do put the meetings in the school announcements, so they can find it that way, or they can like us on Facebook, Youth First Planning Council.
Okay.
And like I said, we do have the class officers, which Michaela Blunt, Abby Knapp, Brittany Johnson, Claire Williams, Sarah. So, I mean, there's a lot of students here that have been involved in YFPC throughout their high school and career, and they know a lot about it. So asking questions and wanting to get involved is our motto, our slogan for YFPC is do something.
Do something, right.
So
right.
it's very impactful.
Right. And, you know, this is another really neat aspect of community education in Minnesota, because the youth development dollars that support your salary and some of the work that you guys do does come through funding for the state, or from the state. But the neat thing is then the state says to each community, do what your community tells you to do. You know, pull it together and see what is going to work for the kids in your community. And so what our work looks like may be different in another community, but, you know, obviously when you have that many kids involved and you have so much good work being done, you're really meeting the needs of the community, and especially with community service projects. I think that, you know, helping kids understand that the community is a bigger part of their world. So they know what's going on at the high school, but then to see what's going on in the rest of the community, because a lot of kids come back and live in Hastings.
Yep.
And so when they make that commitment to their community early on, it's just good for all of us.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And I know last year you guys did, you had a neat little project about catching kids who maybe weren't in the mainstream, and just, you know, telling them that somebody was thinking about them.
Yep.
Or do you want to talk about that a little bit?
We put together, it was during Thanksgiving time, so about this time, but we put together kits of why we are thankful to have you as a friend. And then we went around and all the YFPC kids gave it to somebody that, you know, they thought was a good friend to them, and just the thankfulness of, you know, being a part of their lives. So, you know, we're planning on doing that again, and we just, any little thing that we can do to make somebody's day, or to make, you know, to show a lesson, or to show that they're cared about is, I mean, it's always a good thing. So
yeah, and spreading that word, you know, so because sometimes kids do feel isolated, and they feel like, you know, nobody understands me, nobody knows what I'm going through, and to have somebody stop and give you a little something that says thank you for being my friend is amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. That is really cool. And then I know another thing that YFPC is really involved in, and you've been on the show to talk about that before, is Alternative Spring Break, which is a huge program, great program, that provides a week of activities for kids who may not be able to go out of town.
Right. Yep, Alternative Spring Break this year is during spring break time, and it allows students to do a service project in the morning, and then we go on field trips in the afternoon. So it is a full day event, but service projects range from Hastings Family Service to Feed My Starving Children to helping out with Black Dirt Theater. We did some painting panels at the middle school last year.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. So, you know, we try to stay as involved, and like I said, each month we try to do something that's a little bit different or brought up new from the kids, you know, that suggested, or we also have the ones that we've done in the past that we feel is very impactful and that shows, you know, the kids are they're part of the community.
And I think that's the other thing that's really key about this, is it makes a difference because it's the kids who say, this is what we see, this is what needs to happen. And then you're just there to say, okay, how do I make it so?
Yep.
So, well, let's meet our YFPC members, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the holiday things that are coming up.
Yes,
okay.
Big month.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, we're back, and I'm with three wonderful young ladies from Hastings High School who are members of the Youth First Planning Council. I'm going to have them introduce themselves to you so that I don't mess up their names, and talk a little bit about how they got involved in YFPC. So Brittany, tell us who you are.
I'm Brittany. I've been involved since freshman year. I just kind of got involved when I met Abby and Amy.
Okay, now tell us who Amy is.
Amy is one of the leaders, and so is Abby. They help lead YFPC, and they're two awesome people.
Okay, and how did you meet them?
I don't know. I kind of saw the announcement for YFPC, and I decided I was gonna go.
Okay, so you took a risk, because I think that that's something that's important, that, you know, a lot of times people say, I don't know how to get involved, and you have to take that first step yourself. So good for you that you did that. Okay. Michaela?
Hi, I'm Michaela Brown. I first got involved my freshman year. I thought it was when I heard it on the announcement, I thought it's a really cool program. I've been volunteering since 7th grade in Hastings Youth Basketball, so I thought that'd be fun.
In Hastings Youth Basketball, did
Yeah.
you say? How do you involved in Hastings Youth Basketball for volunteering?
Oh, during the summer, I'd help out Mr. McGinnis, coach the little girls, and
Oh,
just
how
help
fun.
teach them basketball. Yeah.
Cool, okay. So you'd been doing some volunteering and you were looking to keep doing it.
Yeah, it's really cool. So 7 a.m., my mom drops me off, and I've been 7 a.m. since.
Cool. And what year are you?
I'm a junior.
Okay, and Brittany, what year are you?
I'm a junior also.
Okay. And Miss Abby, hello.
I'm Abby, and I got through YFPC by the middle school's version called Student Impact.
Oh, cool, okay.
And it's like the same thing, but just a little bit smaller.
And what year are you?
I am also a junior.
Okay, so when you came over to the high school, did you know about YFPC already?
When I was in 8th grade, Amy is also the leader, or she was the leader
She was.
of the Student Impact, and she let everybody know about YFPC when we got
Okay.
into high school, and if you enjoyed it, just go to the meetings and do
Okay.
more stuff like that.
Okay. So I just want to thank you all for the work that you do. When we came in this morning, I was like, I know you guys. So I know Brittany and Abby have worked at Turkey Bingo and have also worked at the Daddy-Daughter Dance, which is certainly one of my favorite events here in town. And Michaela is a member of our Community Ed Advisory Council, one of our 2 student members on there. So, props to you guys. Is that right? Do we do this anymore? Psh, blow it up. But no, because I think, as I said to Brittany, to make that step out and say, I'm going to try this, and then to stay involved is really admirable. So thank you from the community for doing that. So the projects, obviously as juniors, you've been involved a little bit. So the projects we're talking about today are holiday projects, and the first one, I think, is the coin. Does the coin drive come up first?
Yes, I believe it does. It's December 1st through the 4th.
All right, and what happens with the coin drive?
What we do is we all get together and decorate jars and then distribute them.
And we make a video to help promote it. It's usually a fun little video, something like just to make it fun and so people get excited about it.
Okay.
The jars go to our high school and all around different classrooms, and they also go around the community to local businesses.
Okay, so if I'm not a high school student, obviously, I'm not a high school student, but I can go, what businesses would you give them to in town?
I think we give one to School Scoop, I know.
Okay.
Dun Brothers.
La Ti Da, I believe, has one.
La Ti Da.
Okay.
Subway, I think.
Subway?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so if I'm watching this and I'm a business person in town and I go, I don't have one of those fun jars, but I want them, you would get them one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I would say for them, you call Hastings Community Ed at 651-480-7670 and just tell our wonderful secretaries, Mary Jo or Lori, that you want a coin jar, and they will get the word to Abby. Okay, so you have these decorated coin jars, and then what happens with them?
We make a little healthy competition out of it.
Ooh, very
so
good.
It's so we get the classes a little bit against each other, we're going to raise more money than you, and it's really cool to see that. And then since December on the 4th, after 4th hour we usually do it, we collect the money, and then that day we count it, and then we're going to go to Target and Walmart to go buy the gifts for the families we adopt.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is for the, it's called Project Share now. Through Hastings Family Service, they've changed the name from Adopt a Family to Project Share. Okay. How many families are you able to help, do you know?
15 about.
Wow.
We did 15 last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, and you go and do the shopping.
Yes, it's a great time.
I bet that's a lot of fun. That is. I went one year with, I think we went with the student Hastings Impact kids, and they were having a hard time deciding what a junior high girl would like.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? How about, a blow dryer? Yeah, that would be good. So I think that's neat that you get to buy things for kids your age and for families. And then do you wrap the gifts too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really fun. So approximately how many dollars do you raise, do you know?
I think last year we made about
1,200.
Yeah, 1,200.
Really?
Yeah.
But I
That's
think
a lot of change.
I think we can do more this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm in a classroom that wins, What do I win?
I think in the past it's been a pizza party. The top 2 classes get a pizza party, and their names are announced, and they kind of like get like a little pride, like, yeah, we beat you guys.
Okay, cool. Very cool. So that's a huge way of giving back to the community. And what it also does is, you know, I love that it allows everybody to be involved. I mean, who doesn't have coins in their pocket? You know, so you have coins, I have coins. Yeah, so that's cool. You can do that. All right, and then the other big thing that you do over the holidays is the holiday train. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, there's a train that comes into town and it opens up and there's like a band and stuff playing. Everybody just goes out there and listens to it. And then we walk around with donation bins, and people, if they want to give donations, they just give it to us and just put it in the bin. And then at the end of the night, we go and like do the same thing with the coin drive. We add it all up and stuff like that.
And that's for Hastings Family Service as well.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
So this year the holiday train is coming Tuesday, December 9th at 8:30. So right before that.
8:30 at night.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
that's
little
kind of
late
late.
this year,
Yeah.
It gets kind of cold too.
But yeah.
Yeah, especially the way it is here today in November.
Yes.
It'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hastings Family Service is also hosting games in the local church right by the holiday train.
Oh, cool. Okay. So if you wanted to come earlier, you could be in there. Are you guys going to be involved in the games for that as well?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yes. So Hastings Family Service, if you don't know that, the answer now is yes. They will come and be involved in that. Do people bring canned food that evening as well? Have people done that in the past, or is it just monetary donations?
It's just monetary donations.
Okay. Okay, so that's another really interesting thing to do, and it is cold out there. But I had never heard. Well, you know, I think I had heard of the holiday train, and then had been down there the last couple years, and it really is fun. It pulls into the depot, and people get all, you know, kind of freaked out because a bunch of trains will go through before the holiday train.
Yeah.
But the schedule, just so everybody knows too, the schedule is set by the Union Pacific, I think, or the Canadian Pacific, whoever brings the train through. So the fact that it's coming at 8:30 at night is not something you guys have any control over, or Hastings Family Service. It's just, you know, that's what's happening that night. Cool. Now, you know, what other kinds of things have you done with YFPC that you've really enjoyed doing?
I really enjoyed ASB, Alternative Spring Break.
Okay.
I've done that in the past. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that is a neat project. I think the fact that you guys get to go to Feed My Starving Children,
Yes.
I think that's an experience that a lot of adults haven't had the chance to do, and it's pretty amazing when you get done. They tell you how many meals you've provided. That's pretty neat.
The daddy-daughter dance is also really fun. It's really adorable.
The little girls.
All of them with their dads.
Yep. And you get to dress up.
Yeah.
So who were you last year? Who did you dress up as last year?
Don't even know.
Okay. Do you remember?
I was Belle last year.
You were Belle
I was
last year.
definitely Belle.
Okay. Yep. Last year was the princess theme.
Yes.
So yeah, I
Wow.
believe this year we're going to go back to the 50s theme. So kind of alternating back and forth. But
Yeah.
Michaela, what about you? What are some of the things you do with YFPC you really like?
My favorite one is the Halloween party, which just happened a few weeks ago. And it's adorable because the kids are just so cute in their costumes, and we get to dress up too. And then just see the kids like play games, like just their smiles and their happiness is it's adorable. And then sometimes I like to look at the parents, because then like when they're smiling, like you can see the parents smiling, you can just see that love there, which is it's so beautiful.
So neat, yeah. And I want to thank you, because those are definitely activities that without your help, they just wouldn't happen. I mean, you know, your volunteering and all of your input just make those really wonderful evenings for everybody. So thank you very much for everything you do through YFPC. And as Abby said, if you're out there as a community member and you think, you know, here's something that we know the young people in our community could be involved in, we are just waiting for you to tell us. And you see these lovely young ladies here today. they are just representatives of the 82 other kids who are sitting out there who are looking for things to do to help make Hastings a better place for all of us. So thank you, and happy Thanksgiving. You know, so today, when you see this, just think of something that you're thankful for, and then I want to encourage you to, along the lines of what Abby and the YFPC kids did call somebody, text them, email somebody, and just say, you know what, thank you for being part of my life. And I guarantee you are going to make somebody's day, if not the rest of their year. So thank you, and we'll see you again soon.